our students read a collection of excerpts about the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire that occurred in New York City in 1911. One of the excerpts was from Flesh and Blood So Cheap by Albert Marin. The other was The Story of the Triangle Factory Fire by Zachary Kent. And the idea was to take the two works and compare them, and then write a compare and contrast essay. This is the comparison chart that we used. We picked out several points that we could look at to see how the authors treated the topic similarly and differently. And as you can see, they had quite a few things. They were able to go through and pick out information that was common. Chronology and use of sources and safety issues that were addressed. And the students took that information and then they used a draft template for writing their compare and contrast essays. They used their chart to organize their information. They had an outline which gave them the order in which the information should appear and gave them a framework for putting the information together. They also had a draft template which included instruction as to what content they needed to have in each of the paragraphs. And it also provided sentence stems that were put in there more or less in order of how the information should appear, but they had a selection of stems that they could use to put their information together. We did a think aloud for the first, we worked on the first one together, and then the students were responsible for the other 4 paragraphs. Once they drafted their paragraphs, they needed to proofread and then copy them onto a Google Doc. It was going to be, as the outline said, a 5-paragraph essay. They were also provided with a compare and contrast words and phrases that they were able to use to put their sentences together. Students were also provided with an essay rubric, and that it's a 4-point rubric, as you can see, and it dealt with purpose and supporting details, the organization, structure, transitions, mechanics, and this is what they used to produce their essay about the Triangle Factory fire.
Paragraph 3. Now we're moving on to the next element that you guys chose. So I'm going to go back here and I chose characteristics. Okay? So we're going to use one of these language patterns. I'm going to say another, just because I like that one. And I'm going to highlight it green so that you guys can see it. And I'm going to say another difference, because I'm talking about differences. But if you're talking about similarities, you would say another similarity. Yeah, Vanessa, so characteristics is personality or the way they are. Are they a happy person? Is this person happy? Is this person rude? Is this person sad? Is this person a positive person? Like, everything's going to be okay. Is this person really pessimistic? Like, nothing's going to be okay. What are you talking about? Yeah, you could also talk about characteristics like maturity, Are they mature for their age? Are they like bratty? Like, characteristics. You could also do physical characteristics like Anne was 14. Christina was 7. Anne was older. Christina was younger. So anything that talks about them personally, how they were, age, all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely, Hilda. You definitely can. And actually, I'll show it this way. Okay. So you know how my first body paragraph was about Christina? I'm going to do this one with, Anne, okay? Another difference between both girls is the level of maturity, Okay, I'm going to talk specifically about maturity, but you could say is the characteristics. Okay, actually, let's say that so that you guys don't get confused. Is the characteristics. Okay, so easy. The first sentence should always be the easiest. What's the second thing? Literally, the second thing is blah, blah, blah. Whoops. Let me do it this way. Yellow. No problem, Evelyn. Okay. Another difference between both girls is the characteristics. Now we're going to cite textual evidence. Okay. So I opened up my and note maker, and I'm trying to find a good quote that talks about her characteristics. I'm currently here in paragraph 6, where she's like, I'm seething with rage. I can't show it. I'd like to scream, stamp my foot, give mother a good shaking, cry. I don't know what else because of the nasty words. So she's really like angry, right? And she's like, oh my gosh, I just wish I could like just like get away from everybody. That's literally what she is saying. Okay, so I'm going to use this example. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to copy this quote right here. Okay, I'd like to scream, stamp my foot, give mother a good shaking, cry, and I don't know what else because of the nasty words. And I'm going to say, I'm going to use this one. And you guys can always use the same one too. Okay, so feel free. I'm going to say, according to Anne, quote, yes, you can. You can use the same one. And you guys can copy and paste right there. Notice that. And I personally like having everything be the same. Because if I don't, I like freak out and I'm like, oh my gosh, no. Whoops. Let's not do that. There it is. Okay. According to Anne, she says, I'd like to scream, stamp my foot, give mother a good shaking, cry, and I don't know, because of the nasty words. Paragraph, what number was that, 6? Paragraph 6, yeah. Okay? That's it.